What are you doing?
Well, somebody keeps eating sandwiches, and somebody else keeps having to go to the store to get the stuff to make sandwiches.
So smashing the pots is...
Groceries aren't free, Sean. You have to pay for them?
That's not how that works. Look, that's not how you get money. And even if it was, those would be rupees, which are basically just rocks.
Actually, they're minerals.
They're not legal tender in this country.
Despite being set in the increasingly confusing and muddled Zelda universe, Hyrule Warriors is unlike anything you've ever seen from a Zelda game. Although it contains no small amount of homages both large and small, the action takes place within the unfamiliar Musou genre, instead of the commonly seen action-adventure titles of the past. But what is a Musou game? In short, Musou is itself a shorthand for the type of game popularized by the Dynasty Warriors franchise and its spin-offs. You take to a sprawling battlefield populated with hordes of enemies, go to where the game tells you to, and more or less hit every button, it doesn't really matter which ones, on your controller repeatedly until you're forced to stop. That's really oversimplifying the core concept, especially given that Hyrule Warriors does contain an actual level of depth in its easy to understand but somewhat esoteric mechanics. The short version is, you can kill a lot of dudes with not a lot of effort. So what's the deal? Why play something so obviously shallow, so completely devoid of any real mechanical complexity, and very obviously short on technical and artistic fidelity? It's fun! It's so fun I could explode! While the Musou formula has been applied to other properties in the past, the heaping coat of Zelda fan service and mythology lends itself almost perfectly to the genre. When you combine the series' larger-than-life archetypal heroes and dastardly villains duking it out amongst the most iconic of Hyrule's fantasy locales, how better to represent that than a bunch of screen-filling button-mashing nonsense? Like its Musou-infused and inspired compatriots, Hyrule Warriors taps directly into your 10-year-old self, sitting in your room playing make-believe with your toys, or smashing your dolls and action figures together in the backyard, reenacting a battle for the survival of the very world. By the same token, the game is not without its flaws. The frame rate stutters, the enemy AI is largely non-existent, and the two-player implementation is a little flighty. But in the face of such overwhelming enjoyment, these flaws become tiny nitpicks in a vast sea of big dumb fun.
So actually this time we are going to talk about Hyrule Warriors, which, if the name didn't give it away, Hyrule Warriors is a game set in the Zelda universe for the Wii U. What's different this time, though, is that it is what is typically called a Musou game. It's basically just like a battlefield combat game, third-person action thing going on. As such, the mechanics in the game aren't particularly complicated or dense. No. It's a lot of kind of hitting buttons until the game says stop, or the game says go over there and hit buttons instead.
Right.
But how'd you find it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Probably more than you did, maybe. A little.
I think you definitely like the game more than I do. I like it a lot, but you really have taken a liking to it.
Yeah. My favorite character is Impa. I love playing her. I love all her different weapons and all her different combos. Like, they were all easy to pick up. They're fun to play. I love that we get to strategize on the go. Yeah. And, like, we don't ever have to be in the same place to advance the game at all. Right. We get to be doing our own thing. I'm playing on the gamepad. You're playing on the screen. Yeah,
it's a very easy to pick up and play game. I mean, the combos don't change between the weapons.
No.
The weapons do change the movesets a little bit. You know, different things happen. The character moves differently. The speed at which the attacks come out change. Yeah. But that becomes kind of the fun part.
Yeah.
You're not putting in not putting in a lot of effort, but you're getting a lot out.
Yes.
I mean, the screen is just filled with nonsense and chaos most of the time. And it's really awesome. It just feels good to play.
It does. Absolutely.
So speaking of being able to kind of do our own thing in the same level, player roles in Hyrule Warriors kind of are just, we do what we want.
Yeah.
We are both kind of the leader, so to speak. And like sometimes I see, you know, Impa has captured the West Keep.
Yeah.
Comes up on screen, and it's really cool to see that because it's, from my point of view, watching the TV or looking at the TV, it's like you're kind of out there somewhere in the world doing your thing, and you're affecting my game, my experience.
I love you using the gamepad and being able to.
Do you actually like using the gamepad?
I do.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think I would.
I didn't
on
either.
the Wii U, but I really like it because it actually stops me from getting confused a lot. I feel like when we are playing on either one screen or split screen, sometimes
it can get chaotic.
Yes,
We've
too
had
much.
games where we're like, I don't remember which one I am, or I don't know where I am in relation to you.
And I love being able to watch like my little map go all from red to blue. Yeah. Like, you know, watching your progress without actually being anywhere near you on the battlefield. It was great.
Yeah, it's really fun to see that. So you're kind of like, we're just kind of equals.
Yes.
The soul of the hero of legend. Eternally hero's need is greatest.
So the game's easy to play. It provides kind of a different kind of cooperative experience with the lack of split screen.
Right.
But, you know, the experience and the mechanics aside, how do you like this game?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. All the battlefields, all the different enemies, bosses. Not knowing hardly anything about the Zelda franchise, never playing a game myself.
Right.
I loved it.
Yeah, someone who's not really been drawn to the Zelda franchise, you know, for as long as I've been playing games since I was like 5.
Right.
The artistic style, it all has that kind of Nintendo charm.
Yeah.
Applied to a game formula that's more in line with like what I play usually and what you and I like to do.
Right.
It works incredibly well.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm getting a lot out of it.
Yes.
You know, a lot of these references kind of go over my head, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
So Ashley, does this game co-op?
Absolutely, very well. I love that we can strategize as we go. We can play, you know, together. We can go separately. Neither of us are dependent on each other, which I love.
It's an incredible co-op experience, especially when, at first it seems weird because the lack of split screen was something that threw us. We were like, oh, this is not, we didn't realize this.
Yeah, no.
But very quickly it became, it's kind of preferred. The game has some weird little hiccups, like it kind of forgets that 2 people are playing in the adventure mode a lot. You kind of you have to keep hitting start to get back in the game. And it has its fair share of technical graphical issues. You know, the frame rate kind of stutters.
It does.
The enemy AI is a little dumb, like our other kind of staple favorite, Earth Defense Force. Just the issues that do exist just pale in comparison to just how much like big dumb fun the game is. You know, I hope they continue the series.
Oh, I hope so.
I really want to see a Hyrule Warriors 2.
Yes, so much fun.
With Lu Bu. He needs to be in it. You should Google Lu Bu if you don't know what I'm talking about. He's great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See ya.
What's it about?
What the game? The game is about, well, there's these 2 really big, important features that I thought we could enjoy